What's up guys, welcome back. Today we've got another recipe for the carb cravers out there. I'm gonna show you guys how to make this delicious crispy chicken rigatoni. But before we get into the recipe, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right guys, meet me in the kitchen, let's make it happen. First things first, let's take a look at this chicken breast that we're using today. Got this from the store. We're gonna do a little bit of trimming here. Any excess fat, you can go ahead and remove that if you want to, totally optional. We're also gonna butterfly this chicken breast, which is a super simple technique to ensure that you get a nice even chicken breast to work with. So what you wanna do is lay your hand flat at the top, kind of start to make a slice on the side, and then use your fingers as a guide, obviously keeping your fingers out of harm's way. But we're just gonna butterfly the chicken so that we have two relatively equal size and equal thickness pieces. And then you can take out your meat mallet if you want to, or tenderizer, and kind of pound it till it's nice and thin and even. Or you can just, save yourself some time and effort and get the thin sliced chicken breast from the grocery store. But we're gonna save us a couple bucks and do it ourselves. So there you go. Butterfly chicken breast. Now, as far as the seasoning goes, we're keeping it nice and simple with my all-purpose, a little Lemon Bae, a little Italian. Feel free to use whatever your favorite poultry blend is. If you haven't tried this yet though, my friends, it is exceptional on seafood and poultry. A nice light coat of that. And then a little sprinkle of Italian seasoning. Do that on both sides. And then we'll set this aside to kind of marinate, let those flavors really penetrate the meat. No bland chicken on our dinner table. But that's what you want to see right there. People, we're about to make our sauce from scratch, as you should. We got our heat on medium. We're gonna cheat a little bit with this garlic infused olive oil. This stuff is good. I found it at the store, but use whatever you got laying around. Tablespoon or so of that, and then we're going right in with our diced shallot and our minced garlic. For the garlic paste haters out there, I'm using fresh today. Might throw a little garlic paste in there too, just so you get you guys riled up in the comments. But most importantly, the house is smelling amazing. That garlic and the olive oil and the shallot just creates a great aroma in the kitchen. The folks upstairs will be downstairs in no time asking what you're cooking. So we're just gonna saute that for a minute, let it get nice and fragrant, let the shallots and the garlic get tender. Next, I'm gonna add a little bit of red pepper flakes. I like to add them early just to kind of wake them up. Let that heat infuse itself into the oil as well. Good foundation of flavor for our sauce. Next, we're gonna add some spinach for health. About a cup or two of that. Might look like a lot, but we know shrinkage is real. So I like to add the spinach early, that way we can cook off any water that expels from the spinach. Next, we're going in with a couple tablespoons of good quality tomato paste. Just gonna do one big heaping tablespoon that we're gonna call 2 tablespoons. We're gonna work that in. Let that kind of form a paste with our spinach and our garlic and the shallots. Then we're gonna deglaze with some dry white wine. If you wanna make a vodka sauce, you could add some vodka to the party. Or just pour it in your cup. Half cup of dry white wine, heat's on high. Give that a good mix until that tomato paste kind of works itself in to the sauce there. And we're just gonna cook off that alcohol from the wine, leaving behind the flavor, which is basically like a nice acidic flavor, similar to what you would get from like a lemon. So if you don't want to use alcohol, you can use lemon juice here, or chicken broth with a little lemon juice. There you can see the tomato paste has worked itself in there. And now it's time to come with the tomato sauce. 28 ounces of that. Just give everything a nice mix. You could add more or less spinach depending on your doctor's orders. Here's your standard PSA to always salt your pasta water. Now, just to piss off every Italian in the comments, we're gonna add a pinch of sugar just to balance the acidity and because I think it makes it taste good. So that's what's most important when you're cooking. We're gonna add a pinch of sugar, totally optional, but I'm gonna add it to mine. Quick reminder, guys, that all the specific measurements and ingredients are provided for you in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. We're gonna season this up. I'm going in with a little chicken bouillon just to elevate the flavor a bit. We're also gonna hit this with some Italian seasoning and a little all-purpose seasoning. Kind of taste as you go, adjust the flavor to your preference as always. I'm also gonna add in about 1/4 cup or so of heavy cream and a little Parmesan cheese as well, because why the hell not? We're here for a good time, not a long time. Give that a good mix. You got yourselves a delicious sauce to go with your rigatoni. It's gonna complement that fried chicken beautifully. And just let this simmer for another 15 minutes or so. It's gonna reduce, the flavors are gonna concentrate a little bit more. All right, so while the pasta sauce simmers a little bit, comes together, we're gonna go ahead and prep our chicken to fry. So we got 3 stations set up here. We got all-purpose flour, an egg wash, and some Italian breadcrumbs. To those breadcrumbs, I like to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. You wanna use grated for this, about 1/4 cup or so, maybe a 1/2 cup if you're feeling frisky. Get in there and mix that together with those breadcrumbs. We're gonna take our seasoned chicken right into the all-purpose flour. If you want, you can hit the flour with a little AP seasoning or something like that, a little salt and pepper, but I don't want to overdo it. So we're going from the flour into the egg wash and then into the Italian breadcrumbs with that Parmesan. The Parmesan has quite a bit of salt and the Italian breadcrumbs are already pre-seasoned, so I don't want to go too crazy. That's why we left the flour alone. But do as you please in your kitchen. That's what we're looking like right there. Nice and cheesy. Let that hang out for a minute. Repeat that process for all of your chicken. All right, so once the oil hits 350 degrees, in goes the chicken. Always lay away from you to avoid any splatter up on your forearms. These are nice and thin, so they shouldn't take too long to cook. Just want to make sure they're not sticking to the bottom or sticking to each other. So get in there and kind of move them around a little bit at first and then just let time do its thing. Roughly about 2 to 3 minutes per side, depending on the thickness of your chicken. You're looking for 165 degrees internal temperature and the chicken is safe to eat. If you need to finish it in the oven, you can. If you got a thicker piece of chicken, that's not a big deal either. So just get the color you're looking for and pop it in the oven at 400 or so until it hits 165 internal. All right, so once the chicken hits 165 and it's golden brown and beautiful like so, onto the wire rack to drain. Got a little cheese drippage that never hurt nobody. That Parmesan crust is gonna add so much flavor to the chicken. All right, so while we were frying chicken, we allowed our sauce to continue to simmer. Now we're gonna add our pasta to the sauce to finish cooking like a damn professional. Allow that pasta to really absorb all that flavor from the sauce. Just fold that in, and then you can give it one last taste test. Make sure you're spot on with your seasoning. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut our chicken. As you can hear, nice and crispy. And we're just gonna plate that right on top of our pasta. Nice and juicy. A little fresh chopped parsley, a little freshly grated Parmesan cheese. This is the part where I say, brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Say it with me, guys. Looking good. And the only thing left to do is dig in here for a taste test. But before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right, my friends, I have found my fork. And it's time to do the honors here. I guess we'll do the spinach for health. Here we go. That chicken.